Assalamualaikum and Hi, my name is ATHIRAH binti Muhammad LOTFI. So today I would like to tell you about my experience in Bangkok trip. It started with the conversation with my auntie who loves to travel. I have never visited another country after I visited Saudi Arabia in 2016. So I have always had a desire to visit another country after I have done with my big exam during high school. Thailand was the top 3 countries that I wanted to visit before. It's somehow just like a dream for me when my auntie asked me if I wanted to join her school trip to Thailand at the end of the year 2018. It was not easy to decide at that moment because I have to ask my parents' permission. After a few days of thinking, my parents allowed me to join my auntie's school trip to Thailand. Since Thailand is our neighbor, the Kelantan-Thailand border is located at Bukit Bunga. We chose Bukit Bunga immigration because all of the participants are from Kelantan, and the Bukit Bunga border is the closest to everyone. We met at the border to have our passport checked and then board a Thailand bus. Rainfall was in existence at that time. Early December, at the end of the year 2018, we spent our money and collect experiences and memories in Thailand for 7 days and 6 nights. Thailand is known as the land of smile, not because they always smile. A smile isn't much of anything. Thais have an admirable reputation for making life enjoyable and carefree, and a smile is a key ingredient in staying cool and ironing out life's crises. When I was in Thailand on the 4th day, I got a call from my parents at 4 a.m. Thailand time. They told me that my grandmother passed away at 5 a.m. Malaysia time. I can't believe it because my grandmother was healthy back then, and a few days before she passed away, she did request for Thailand mangoes. At that time, I felt like my world was dark and my day was gloomy. Early in the morning, we start our trip to Thailand, but because we hadn't eaten yet, we stopped at one eatery for breakfast. So there is a school in front of our restaurant. And what struck me at that time was the soldier with their weapon patrolling children's traffic to school. That is the part that shook me the most. What is the explanation for this? Because in Malaysia, we have a security guard to look after our traffic at school. And to be more precise, our journey was to Bangkok, and it took us a day to get there. Bangkok's highway was congested and extremely long, taking 4 to 5 hours to complete. Furthermore, as we all know, Thai cuisine is both delicious and spicy. Furthermore, every eatery or restaurant we visit in Thailand will provide free sambal as well as a cucumber as a side dish. People who cannot consume spicy food, on the other hand, will experience severe stomach pain. After arriving at the hotel in Bangkok after a long day on the bus, we rest for a few hours. We went to a night market in Thailand to buy some food and do some window shopping or sightseeing. We took their public transportation, a tuk-tuk, to the night market. We were having a good time riding the tuk-tuk, but since I didn't carry my camera, I did not get any footage of us at the night market. The next day, we went to the floating market in Bangkok, but we were unlucky because it was raining heavily. Nonetheless, we rode the sampan because we wanted to have an experience. I can say that riding the sampan makes me nervous because I am still unfamiliar with it and it feels unstable to me. The next day, we went to Chatuchak Weekend Market to buy souvenirs for our Malaysian relative. We took some photos inside the market because it is large and visually appealing. The price in this market is not exorbitant, it is reasonable. We also went to Nong Noch Pattaya Garden and Resort to see a theater, an elephant show, a garden and other attractions. Finally, before returning to Malaysia, we stopped in Aran or Aranyaprathet and stayed there for one night. Many hawkers sell their wares in Aran. However, if we want to buy, we must bargain the price because some hawkers may sell it at a high price. For example, they may sell a cap for 500 bahts, but the actual price is only 100 bahts. This is why we must bargain and avoid being dumped by them. The most challenging phase in Thailand is the food, because the Muslim community in Bangkok is smaller than the non-Muslim population. Instead, we have to go to the mosque and buy halal food from vendors around the mosque. So I was overjoyed because I was able to visit a place on my bucket list and learn about their culture and food. The trip to Thailand was full of adventures for me due to the food and weather, and it will never be forgotten. I hope to return to Thailand with my family and friends once the COVID pandemic has passed.